Oh,
We're live.
yeah, we are
Sweet.
live. Do you like the name of the episode for the YouTube channel, Dan?
I did see it. It's the name for all of them, isn't
What's that?
it? The name of the stream is going to be on every channel.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
mostly YouTube though.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, Wernher von BraunBier.
I was like, oh boy, we really can't escape talking about
What?
Nazis hiding in Argentina.
Oh no, I was talking about NASA.
Oh,
It's
NASA.
NASA, Dan. He didn't hide.
Okay. It has nothing to do with Project Paperclip, huh?
No, he's a paperclip boy. Paperclip boy. He didn't go into hiding.
No, he just liked paper clips.
Yeah, they said you're a smart boy. Come over here and bring your rocket over here.
Yeah, your resume had a lot of paper clips. That's why we hired you. Very organized.
Paperclip boy.
Very organized.
Yeah, very organized.
The BraunBier is pretty interesting. I can't wait to talk about it on this episode.
Yeah.
There's a couple different variations of it. It's not in it's not in the BJCP. It's really open to interpretation on how this region offers their BraunBier.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
we'll definitely talk about that.
Yeah, I was looking up. I was reading about it on the Untapped description.
Yes.
It seems interesting. Seems interesting.
Yep. Had to give it a goog. Had to check it out for myself.
Had to hit the old googs.
Had to hit the googs.
Got a couple with a G.
Yep. I mean, there are very different types of BraunBiers out there. I mean, I was looking up a Berliner BraunBier.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Interesting.
Interesting. Chris White.
Chris White in the house.
In the house. That's an HAUS. House.
Oh man, funny story. We'll talk about off podcast about Chris.
Okay, fair.
It's oh man, it's hilarious. I wish we could talk about it on the podcast, but
it's not a YouTube broadcast kind of.
No, it's just man, it's a lot. We'll talk about it. You and I will get a good laugh about it. The entire
please don't.
you and I will get a good laugh at it. The patrons at Rebel Hill had a good laugh at it.
Okay. All right.
Oh, it's a good time. It's just like it's one of those like TV comedy situations that you're just like you can't write this kind of comedy.
You're talking situational comedy, Dan? Talking sitcom?
It was situational comedy at its finest. It was definitely like if Seinfeld invaded Rebel Hill that night.
Oh, I'm excited now.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, let's end podcast and talk about this thing.
Yeah, sorry guys, no podcast tonight. Exactly. Don't worry, I'm not gonna blow up your spot, Chris, but Tom and I are gonna talk about it and have a little giggle session.
Little gig.
Yeah, we'll have a little gig over here.
Dan, what were you sipping on pre episode?
I was just getting high on my own supply, a little Rebel Hill scratch the surface. Yeah. Okay. I haven't had a scratch in a while, that hazy pale ale. It's and it always brings me back to why I work there. I love that beer. So
I think the last time I had it was the end of the year.
End of the season?
Yeah, end of the season.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I had it then too, and that was the last time I had it.
I feel like whenever I go to Rebel Hill, it's like I'll do like something that isn't normally there.
Yeah.
Or like something new that sounds interesting, and then maybe go to something like Calmer Than Cream or like Mr. Bates, like old standbys. And then if I'm there for like a third or fourth beer, at some point I'm like, yeah, scratch the surface.
Yeah, get a scratch. It's a great beer. Shameless plug.
Yeah, it's a great one. Very good.
You drinking a crisp over there? I see.
Yeah, crispy lime. It's my go-to for right now.
I know. I only have 4 left, so I've been like saving them for the next mowing venture.
Okay,
so
that's a good one to save for. Yeah, I'm definitely I loaded all the rest of the beers into the fridge. So yeah, they're going we're going through them pretty quick. And
Yeah, that 15
yeah.
pack does not last long.
No, we're gonna have to get over back over to I'm gonna have to get back over to the distributor.
Yeah, get back to Lemmy Bev.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So
actually got to go out your way though. I have to hit up Parktown. They have this other light beer that I've been really stoked on from 10 Barrel out in Bend, Oregon. Pub beer. I think I told you about it.
yes, yes, you did.
Yeah. It's like it kind of tastes. It reminds me a little bit more like Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Okay.
So
All right.
I'm excited to get that one.
I have to talk to like Ron or Mike at New Trail and see like how if we can get a keg at the pool. Because like they have I think they have Broken Heels on tap right now. And last year they had New Trail Crisp.
Oh,
So I need
nice.
to find out if I can broker a deal between the club and New Trail to get crisp lime on tap.
I love the slang term. I gotta talk about it, see if we can get it at the club.
Yeah. Yeah. It's I was wasn't thinking they just did like a tap takeover or like a tap battle thing, and they're gonna do it again. I'm gonna find out when it is, and I'll get you out to it. They're doing like a they do like tap takeovers, and they'll do
Okay.
like but this year they're changing it up and doing tap battles.
Nice.
So it's like they're having like one brewery go up against each other.
What did people like vote on like a slip of paper or something, or
I
did they have like
guess
a,
I don't know.
or is it like the old '90s commercial for Crossfire where they come in these flames? You'll get caught up in the crossfire, but it's just beer.
That would be great.
Wouldn't that be awesome? Oh,
That would
man, that's
be
such a
that would
great
be awesome.
commercial. Stop.
Um,
That's quintessential childhood right there.
the pool bar tap list has been it's pretty good, but it's IPA heavy.
And IPAs, I mean, those country club boys like their hazies.
Dude,
They come in after man, I get them from both sides at Rebel, man. I get the people coming down from Spring Hollow, I get the people coming in from Kimmerton or the driving range. Like
mm,
I get country club people from all around. You know what they drink? The
hazy.
hazies.
Yeah.
That's
I
all
mean
they
that's
drink.
it's like your options at the pool are like they have like 2SP what's it called?
Up and out.
Up and out. I think it's Broken Heels, Cloudy and Cumbersome. Um, they have a couple more, and
Yeah.
they're craft lager or like not their craft crispy is Modelo.
Oh man,
Yeah,
I'd still take
yeah.
it. That'd be my option. I'm not trying to get IPA bloat while I'm by the beach. Like
No,
even when I go to the beach, I have one maybe, and that's it.
yeah,
Like
yeah. It's
I'll
tough.
pack like a vacation one. I'm like, all right, this is the hazy I'm gonna
Mhm.
crack as soon as we're settled and play a little bit, and then oh, we dropped that ball, sweet. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, yeah. The first day the pool opened, and I went up to the bar, and I was like, man, some good options here. I was like, I'll have a 2SP. I haven't had a 2SP in a while, so I got one.
that's a light hazy though. It's not that
It's a
heavy.
light hazy, but it's still like drinking it out in the hot sun. You're like, this is. I'm gonna switch to Miller Lite after this.
Yeah, that's a tough
Yeah,
one, man. That's like drinking a stout on the beach, you
yeah,
know.
yeah. It's a mistake you only make once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom, you make this mistake a lot. You're doing hazies now in the heat.
I'm gonna have to start trying to sneak crisp limes in. All right, Dan. What do you think about let's go live here, hey?
Yeah, let's get the podcast going.
All right, let's start going now. Yo.
Always hits.
Always does. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the greatest podcast to exist in the history of podcasts. It's the internationally acclaimed, Cindy Crawford approved podcast of hops, high fives, and friendship.
It's actually starting to line up right there. You see that?
Yeah. It was a good. We were at a good level there.
Yeah, look at that.
And friendship. I am your host, the crispiest of boys, the crowd killer of Crispies. It's Tom.
And I'm your other host, the Hop Master General, the Royersford Rabbit Snake.
That is loud.
Hell yeah, I love the interruption. That's the timing we need, Tom.
Man, that came in.
Oh hell yeah!
Hilarious.
It's Dan. That was awesome. That's the interruption. That's the glass interruption we need right there.
Well, now we have something moving forward.
Yeah, that's what we need right there. That was perfect. That's like when he would interrupt like a match, and all of a sudden you just get like the crash, and he's coming down.
Yeah, I mean it's the best interrupting theme song ever.
Yeah, I gotta say it is. I was thinking like when the lights go down and it's Undertaker though, when he interrupts,
yeah,
he comes in. That's just like, but that's more like end of the world. That's a little bit more like,
and that's also more recent.
Yeah, he never really. Yeah, he had more of an intro back in the day. Like there was a lot of build up to it. Like recently, he's been the cameos have been his thing.
Yeah, no, the Austin pop, like the glass breaking pop is like
unmatched.
Yeah, it's really unrivaled. Like the absolute pandemonium the night that he helped Mick Foley win the world title. Ooh. That pop was insane, otherworldly.
Oh man, you brought me back. You brought so much back. Like the hairs on the back of my neck just stood up from
Chris White is we're talking about Austin 316 hitting with the glass break, and he's talking about Journey.
He's talking about Steve Perry hitting it.
When the lights go down and the crowd goes wild.
When Steve Perry hits that falsetto, I swear.
We're that little Filipino guy now. That's who they have.
Oh yeah, that's what they got.
Yeah. All right, everybody. It is it's 2020 hard 4, the year of our Lord Jamie Josta. We're running out of 30-second tunes, Dan. We gotta.
That's fine. We can start going into some other. I've been heavy into some hardcore soundtracks lately.
Okay.
Hardcore's hitting mainstream these days, man. Especially in the podcast and comedy world right now.
Yeah, I mean, Knocked Loose had their album drop earlier last month, and it was like all you heard about.
Oh yeah, it was like a bomb dropping.
Yeah, it is a fantastic album. But either way, we are the best friends podcast in the world, and we are starting right now. We gonna start? Nope. Are we gonna start? That's it.
That's it.
Yep, that was it. Here we go. We'll do it again.
Love it.
That was it. And that's Punk by the Suicide Machines.
I love the Suicide Machines.
Ooh, are we supposed to say that word? We might get banned from that's a band name though.
Yeah, it's a band name. Hopefully the algorithm can recognize that.
Yeah, it's a band name.
Oh man, what was their song on the Tony Hawk Pro? Again, another band that was on Tony Hawk Pro Skater, but they had that Suicide Machines song on
S-Word Machines.
Yeah, sorry, the S-Word Machines. Oh man, what was it? Tony Hawk, right? Tony Hawk.
This one?
It was New Girl. Yeah.
New Girl.
That was it.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Come on, if that doesn't give you old school video game feel.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
What?
I thought you were gonna fade that right into lo-fi. I was like, man, is Tom's DJ skill unmatched now.
That would have been sick. That would have been sick. Regardless. Everybody, you know what to do. Follow, rate, review. Gives a follow on all major podcast platforms. Dan, what's our rating?
Oh, you know, it's 5-star party, baby.
And gives a review. Shoots a review wherever you can. Take a few minutes out of your day and help us out. We do this all for free. Keep you entertained for the cost of free $99. Take a couple minutes out of your day. Give us a review. Helps us get pumped into the algorithm. If you do want to support us monetarily, there's two ways to do it. One's a link in our bio. It takes you to a listener support section. You can donate some money, and good on you for that. If you want the best way to support us monetarily, in our humble opinion, Dan, it is
Sub with Prime.
Sub with Prime. And by that, we mean if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can link that up with your Twitch account, twitch.tv/bestfriendspod, and you can sub to us for a couple months for free. So that's some ad-free watching, and we get a little kickback.
Big Zaddy Bezos. There's us a little money.
Yep. And as always, we are part of the Hopped Up Network. Hopped Up Network is another growing group of independent craft beer podcasts, much like our own. If you like our podcast, you might like some of the others on the network. Check them out, www.hoppedupnetwork.com, Instagram at Hopped Up Network.
Yes, sir.
All right. Got it buttoned up.
There we go.
Buttoned up.
Nice and toit. Very, very toit, Tom.
Toit like a tiger.
That was a toit 5 minutes right there. That was a tight five. Tight five.
Tight five. All right. So we have an interesting beer to do tonight.
Yeah, I'm stoked on this one. I've had it in the past, and when it got brought back to me, I'm like, ooh, this is one I wanted to talk about, but I only got one can before, so I'm glad we were able to get this one for the podcast.
Able to double up.
Able to double up for this one, so we can have a little beer discussion. Yeah. So let me just pull this. You got your can ready there, sir?
I do, Dan.
Nice. All right. I'm going to get this one right here. So guys, tonight we are going back to, to Ephrata. That's where they're from. Yeah,
that's where
we're going back to Ephrata, Pennsylvania at Poor Man's Brewing Company. We're going to be doing Braun. This is a historic style brown lager, rarely found outside of a small portion of Germany, but somehow feels right at home here. It's a balance of this style is what we love the most about it. Depth of malt character that is pleasantly matched by a bouquet of German hops. Notes of toasted bread and honeysuckle. So a lot of had to do a lot of reading on this. Not much on the BraunBier, so we do a little research on it.
All right, well, let's get a little crack here. Get to drinking it and talk a little bit more about BraunBier.
BraunBier.
3, 2, 1. Oh man, back to the old days, man. Took one on the chops there,
dude. I am soaked. I got doused. I think I went too fast for it. I realized my cooler was a little far away, and I went, oh.
Went too fast, got too excited, shot everywhere.
Yep.
It happens. Yep. Happens to the best of us.
It happens to the best of us. Happens all the time.
This is a lovely looking beer.
Yeah, so this beer right here is, from the research I have seen, I'm getting a lot of related to a Marzen. So
kind of looks like a Yingling.
Yeah, so it's a lighter style Marzen. So you're gonna get like those brown notes and everything. I mean, it's definitely darker down here in the basement. You probably have a nice layer. Look at that copper color right there.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, this is just your classic like round, like in the middle. I would, like not too dark of a lager, not too light, but right in the middle with those Viennas, those Marzens, Oktoberfest. So I think we're gonna have a good one here. Cheers.
Slancho.
Oh, that is rich.
It's bready and toasty.
Indeed, quite bready.
It is kind of as advertised, like a lighter Marzen. Murzi.
Yeah. Yep. It's got lighter notes here. It doesn't have too much of that caramel that you get from a Marzen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it has like a dryness to it. And I think that's where he's talking about the bouquet of German hops in there. Kind of help with that. It's an interesting style. So they say like a small portion of Germany that this beer is, comes from. It has varying ways that it is served. Some of the time, it looks like Braun beers are almost like pub ales, where they're serving them while they're being fermented.
Interesting.
So it's a beer that they're just like they're pouring at while it's being fermented. So
it's basically like they're pigtailing it.
Yeah, like off the tank.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. Then there's like different kinds of. You were saying there's different like types. Like they have like Berliner Braun beers.
Yeah, I guess it's because of that area. Maybe it just has the term Braun beer in their kind of in all of their different styles. But yeah, there was a Braun beer, Weiss beer, Braun beer, Berliner. I think they're all just from that specific area. Braun beer decoction. Ooh.
Yeah,
I mean,
looking
just like very like back rural country beers.
Right. And like it says in the description, like you tend to not find them outside of a small section of Germany.
Yeah, it's
maybe a little bit in Argentina. I mean, we're going back to the well there, but
yeah, the what they call that, the Mexican style Braun beer.
Yes. The blonde hair, blue eyed Argentinian Braun beer.
Can't keep going back to this well, Tom. We have to stop. Well, I know we've been watching a ton of Hunting Hitler on History Channel.
The jokes write themselves, Dan.
I know we've been.
Guys, we keep being presented with this.
Pulling the curtain back. We watch. We drink a lot of German beer, and we watch a lot of Hunting Hitler on History Channel.
Yeah. Gorlami. It's funny. I looked it up in the BJCP, and it's really not anywhere to be found. It suggested Schwarzbier, Altbier, and Festbier.
It's crazy. So Braun beer and Weiss beer. So, and I was looking up like different things about this. So like a Weiss beer is a white beer because of its pale color, and then a Braun beer is a brown beer.
Yeah, when I saw that it was called BraunBier, I was like, oh, is it just like a German brown ale?
Yeah, like, basically, it's kind of named after its color, which is funny because of what Poor Man's kind of puts on this. They're like, what can Braun do for you? Like, what can Brown do for you?
Mm-hmm.
Which I thought was hilarious. But yeah, I mean, it is just a pleasant, lighter brown lager. It's given me all those Oktoberfest vibes I'm waiting for in August. But yeah,
this is like the summer. This is like the ramp up to Fest beer season.
And I mean, we went Maibach, we went Braun beer. I mean, it's like we just don't want to leave Oktoberfest season.
No, it's a good one to stay in. If you're going to stay in the season, Fest beer season's a good one to stay in.
Yeah. You know what? These types of beers are like perfect when like the sun's going down.
Oh, like, what a great fireside beer
this is. Like you're getting the fire ready, like this. Mm-hmm. The sun's setting, you're starting to feel the chill, and it's just that it just gets crisp enough in the air to enjoy a Braun beer.
Yeah, that's this is a good one. This is definitely a fireside. It's in the realm of grilling beer.
Yeah, I would say it's the utility player beer. It's right in the middle.
Enjoyed by near some sort of fire source.
Something needs to be cooked or set ablaze to enjoy this beer.
Yeah. I mean, it's not in the. I wouldn't put it in the lawnmower beer.
Nope.
Section.
I wouldn't quite put it at Post Malone either.
No, I don't.
This is a grill beer.
Yeah, this is like it's still a sipper. It's not like. Post Malone, I just did this the other day. I was it was a rough it was a rough mow session.
Ooh,
And
had a tough one.
yeah, it was just I'm dealing with some stuff that's uh causing me to not be able to walk at 100%.
Ooh,
And it made mowing the lawn tough. I'm at nearly an acre of push mower.
yeah,
um and it was a tough one. And even though it was only like, I think it was like 72 degrees out, something
yeah,
like that, maybe 72, 74, I was still sweating my ass off. And at the end I was like, I'm parched. Like I want to like, I need something to quench my thirst. And this is
yeah.
not
I get it.
yeah, this is not one that I'm going for.
Yeah, this is something you're gonna sip on while you're cooking or something like that.
Mhm.
And dude,
This is the
I feel you on that though. I feel you
this
on the
is
lawn issues.
this is the purple stuff of the fridge. You're like, what do we got? Oh yeah, some
Water.
soda, water, purple stuff. Ooh, crisp lime.
Yeah, exactly. You just push it to the side. Just push your
Yeah,
brawn beer to the side.
yeah. Crisp lime is the Sunny D of the Postmo lawn.
You push it to the side in your fridge, but you know you're still going back to it once the sun
Right.
sets.
Yeah, you're like, ooh, that's there. Oh, well, I'm not gonna push it to the back. I'm just gonna
Yeah, it's not a push to the
not
back beer, it's a
no,
push to the side.
nudge it off to the side there a little bit. So
No,
you're
I
having some difficulties with the lawn as well, Dan?
yeah, man, I've got the push mower, it's got a little assist with it.
Mhm.
Man, the assist just stopped, like, a quarter of the
Oh.
quarter of the backyard and still had the front to do.
Oh, man.
And the cable on the assist just
Mhm.
went limp, just went loose, like it
Oh,
snapped somewhere.
happens
And
to
I
the
was like,
best of us.
"Oh, yeah, dude." I had some performance issues with the mower.
The mower's
And
like, "This has never happened to me before."
no matter how much I tugged on it, it just wouldn't go. Like,
Mm.
I mean, I pulled on it hard, and I couldn't get it to perform.
Yeah, that's tough, man. That's like driving without power steering.
Dude, yeah, exactly. It's like driving without power steering, like
Yeah, I would not my if I didn't have the push assist on the push mower, my grass would be 6 feet high right now.
dude. Yeah, and I mean, it's a relatively light mower, but I bag and it's a mulcher, so, like,
Mm.
it gets heavy as you're going.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm putting the brown paper bags of my refuse out with the trash every week, so
You go brown paper bag.
yeah, I do the brown paper bags.
Okay.
I feel like it's better than the plastic.
I go plastic.
Yeah, I don't know. Something about, like, I do the leaves in the brown paper bags too, but, like, this
Mhm.
past year I got lazy. I'm like, I got a bunch of trash bags in the shed. I'm just gonna bag them.
I do the lawn and leaf plastic bags. I don't know if there's a difference, or if that's just hefty, just like slapping a label. They're just like, put the black bags all in different boxes and slap different labels on them.
I feel like I'm just compost. I'm putting it inside something that's gonna compost itself when I use the paper bags.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, I'm returning the bag and the leaves back to the earth.
Yeah.
It,
I just like the plastic bags because I bought a separate trash can to put the plastic
yep.
bags in, so I can just grab a
Ah,
handle and move it around the yard with me.
that's nice. I just have the leaf insert. So I get the brown paper bag, I put the plastic insert in it, and it's
Mm.
like a conveyor. So I just walk over and just shove it in there.
Oh, you have like the little funnel thing?
Yeah, I got the
Mm.
funnel.
I do
And
have I have the leaf claws. Have you seen
it
those?
yeah, it looks like something you would toss like a salad with. Like it's like you're tossing
Yes.
a giant yard salad.
Careful with your wording here, Dan.
You're tossing a giant yard salad. Come on, Tom. We know how much you like to toss a giant yard salad.
Sometimes you gotta toss a giant yard salad. Um, yeah, they look like they're like, they assist with, like, swimming. Dylan's like, "Who's tossing salads?"
Yeah, yeah, great timing. He's like,
Yeah.
someone say toss salads.
Yeah.
You say shenanigans?
Um but yeah, I gotta throw the I think I gotta throw the bagger on the back again. I got away from it because it fills up so fast.
Yeah, see, I've been trying to stay on it so it doesn't. Like, I get usually a couple, like, runs in, but, like, I don't know. I've gotten the strategy of getting to, like, where I put the
Mhm.
paper bag and, like, I'm like, "Okay, I put it at this part of the yard," and I get, like, 4 or 5, like, back and forths before I get to it, and I'm good to go. So
So I also have I haven't been using the bagger. I've just been kicking everything out. Um what I have is I have a little leaf. I got it for leaves, the
the
leaf collector.
gatherer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that you just push and
so
it like
you're getting all the high stuff with it? Or,
well,
like,
so
all the leftover?
yeah, so I did that with it, but I should do now that I'm like staying on top of the grass and then I'm not letting it get as long because I was letting it grow, let those roots really strengthen up.
Yeah,
Um,
get that turf.
yeah. Now that I'm cutting a little lower and we're staying on top of it, I think I can do the bagger. I think I can get the bagger. I can get we can bring back the Legend of Bagger Vance and we can bring that. I'm gonna and I have the trash can now that I can like strategically place in different parts of the yard.
Really going like hardcore full dad discussion here,
Hmm.
but have you you have a mulching push mower too? Have
Yes.
you sharpened the blades recently?
No, I bought them. So I bought a new blade last year and had it sharpened
Okay.
towards the end of the season. So it hasn't needed to be sharpened this year.
Yeah, I did the same thing. So mine were new last year. I'm thinking about getting them sharpened
Hmm.
because I'm noticing that the bag fills up quicker when they're not as sharp because they're not mulching to full capacity.
Mm.
So you're getting longer pieces of grass in the bag and
Yeah.
it's filling up the bag faster because it's not mulching everything.
Right.
It's just throwing everything.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I'm there yet. I have inspected the tops, like the cuts of the
Yeah.
grass. Now we're getting real deep dad talk.
Yeah.
Because we get our lawn treated
Yeah.
and they're like, they give us feedback of like how you should cut it and like so I want to make sure that I'm not like damaging the grass and I
Yeah.
check to make sure that it's like
You're out there
with
with a ruler, just like
yeah,
checking it.
yeah, like 3.5 inches always.
That's what she
Uh
said.
yeah. Well, um, but I make sure that they're like cuts and not like rips.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep, you have to check for that too, but I think also in addition to that, like, if you want it to mulch better and you want your bag to go longer in the yard,
Mhm. Mhm.
your blades have to be sharper.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Dices it up, especially oh man, this year, because the mulcher was new last fall when
Mhm.
I got the mower last year, so the blades were new. Um, Mulching the leaves instead of raking.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fun.
Holy crap. I
That's
mean,
fun.
dude, I cut hours off of my normal leaf maintenance this
Right.
fall just
Yeah.
by starting the mower and dicing up leaves. I was ooh, and the lines they make in
Mhm.
the fall when you have a full yard of leaves and you're getting you start seeing the green,
Mhm.
that's almost more satisfying than a summer cut.
Yeah, it's a fun one. Yeah, those are always nice. Just mulching them up, and it makes it easier, especially for like
Less
I have
bags.
and I have the collector.
Oh, yeah,
Makes
yeah.
it so much easier to collect.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Solid dead talk.
So, yeah, yeah.
Um
We took it deep in the yard with that one.
yeah, yeah, we went deep with that one. You had an interesting story, Dan.
Yeah, so this I mean, I put this in our Instagram post for tonight's stream solely based on reading an article title. I didn't even do the research on this
Mhm.
until a few minutes ago, just because I wanted to have it fresh in my head for the discussion. But so we talked, a few episodes back about Anchor Brewing going under. RIP.
Yeah,
Yeah, pour one out for Steam Beer, guys.
pour one out.
But it turns out, and just based on the article, it said Chobani yogurt founder buys Anchor Brewing Company.
Okay.
Like, yeah, Greek yogurt, Chobani, the Greek yogurt guy.
I'm not with you, but go on.
Old Hamdi Ulakaya is his name. Hamdi Ulakaya. He's from Turkey. Apparently, he is the founder of Chobani Yogurt. He's a billionaire. Basically, he called Anchor Brewing the country's oldest grand jewel. Like this guy,
country's oldest grand jewel.
This guy is the example of like, I'm a billionaire and I liked this so much that I wanted to resurrect it. Because I did some of the research looking into it. I'm like, okay, Chobani bought Anchor Brewing. That means like the parent. That's more of like I was thinking it was like a like clickbait, because okay, they're using Chobani, they're using Anchor Brewing. It's probably some parent company. Like, like an AB InBev, how they own so many different facets of like macro beer. And Sapporo did own Anchor before its demise as well. Yeah, I'm thinking, okay, it's just a parent company. They just want to use the name Chobani to get people to click on it. No, this is one guy. This is one dude. This is one dude with the money to go, you know what? I miss drinking Anchor Brewing. I'm going to bring it back.
Which, let's be honest, if we had Greek yogurt money, we would be in the same position.
Dude, if I had Greek yogurt money, I wouldn't be sitting here right now, Tom.
Well, I mean, that's fair.
Honestly, we'd probably still be sitting here, but this was all we'd be doing.
Yes. And yeah, no, you're
dude,
right.
If this podcast was being backed by Greek yogurt money, I mean, this guy was able to create an empire that, I mean, it overshadowed. Remember when Oikos tried to bring John Stamos in, and Chobani was just like, "No, we're better. We're better."
Yeah. Oiko. Yes, Oiko. The
I don't even know if that's how you say it, but I remember seeing their commercials, and they're like, "Greek yogurt. Let's bring in John Stamos."
Yeah, I mean, Stamos is obviously the most prominent Greek in media.
Yeah,
those collabs.
That's exactly what we thought discussing this before the podcast.
Yeah, a nice yogurty steam beer.
Ugh.
Just the mention of it makes Justin's belly churn.
Oh God, that is it sounds disgusting. I was honestly just surprised that it was just a guy who likes this beer so much. It's not like a company. Like, he's like, you know what? That's all it says in the article. Yeah. There's nothing about it, like why he wanted to bring it back, other than the fact that he liked Anchor Brewing.
I mean, you got
the dude's a craft beer goat right there.
Yeah, you got to respect that.
He's just like, you know what? I want this.
Got to respect that.
That's like us buying like what's another defunct like beer that we've talked about that we've like Anchor. It's like when Sly Fox bought the rights to Reading Premium.
Yeah.
Like that was, Sly Fox bought the rights to use Reading Premium's like branding and to kind of use the same recipe to bring that beer back. And that's, that was historic for them, and they wanted to bring that back to a newer generation. So
yeah, that would be like us like resurrecting Stickman.
Yeah, exactly. It's the last place I'm gonna resurrect if I become a billionaire. I don't want Ethan back in this industry.
Oh well, I mean, I don't think we would bring Ethan back.
I know, I just bring Stickman back without him.
Yeah, just the name. We're rolling with the name.
The biggest negative Nancy of Pennsylvania craft beer.
The negative Nancy. I like that.
I like it.
Yeah. I think the only one that could take the craft beer curmudgeon moniker away from me.
Yeah. It's crazy. So like this guy, it looks like he just buys brands that he likes. He took a majority stake in La Colombe Coffee Roasters in Philadelphia.
Yeah. Yeah, La Colombe. The famous for
Is that how you say it? Is it La Colombe?
La Colombe. I don't know. That's how I
Alright.
pronounce it. La Colombe. Um, you know what they're famous for, right?
Uh, uh,
What their claim to fame is?
isn't it the draft lattes or something?
Oh well, aside from their product,
What
they
else is
made
it?
they made uh they made the news because they wanted to pay. So there was like that big thing of like all of these um families that were in debt for school lunches,
Okay.
right? So La Colombe said, we want to pay for like I don't know, I think it was one school district.
Did they Scott's Tots?
No, kind
Uh,
of, but no. They
oh,
wanted to pay the debt of all of the
okay.
any parents that owed for, and the school district said, "No, they have to pay it." Yeah, it
So
was
so wait, the school district was like, "We're not gonna take your money?"
yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up so I get this right because I'm butchering the story.
Oh,
La Colombe,
I thought they were about to pull the Scott's Tots where they're like, "We're gonna pay these off," and they never did it.
yeah, so here it is. Okay, so um there you go. Hold on, let's go. Pennsylvania schools deny La Colombe CEO's offer to cover costs after threat of foster care over unpaid lunches. So the president of Pennsylvania School Board, whose
Okay.
district had warned parents behind on school lunch bills that their children could end up in foster care, has rejected the CEO's offer to cover the cost. So, the Wyoming Valley West School District, he offered to give them $22,000 to wipe out the debt, and this motherfucker went, "No, you keep your fucking money. We're putting these goddamn kids in foster care."
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Philadelphia school district sucks.
yeah,
They
yeah,
literally had the money in their hand. Like
yep,
La Colombe I
yeah.
can't say it.
La
Thank you, brother.
Colombe,
Baklava wanted to come up there with a suitcase full of money and just say, "Hey, we're square." And they
yeah,
were like, "Nope."
yeah. They said no. They made the debt. Now they pay it.
That is horrible.
I agree, Dan. You won't find many people that will disagree with you on that one.
Yeah, like how that the publicity that Philadelphia school did. I never heard of this, but
Mhm.
again, like I mean, I didn't hear of La Colombe
La Colombe.
until I started seeing them at like the grocery store checkout where I was like, oh, is this a
Mhm.
little canned coffee? I'm a little tired right now.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were Philadelphia based until I read this article. So
It was, I don't know what it was because 'cause they're very prominent in the Philadelphia airport.
yeah, I
Um,
remember seeing him there too.
yeah, they I don't know how it might have been through this article that I saw they were Philadelphia based. But yeah, I mean, that's, a little go around of, what La Colombe was doing, and, yeah, this guy is just a giant dickhead.
Man,
Uh,
Chobani is privately held too.
really?
Wow, private. See, that was the thing, like, I thought when, initially reading this, just
Mhm.
another giant umbrella company scooping up a brand. We're a craft beer podcast. We hear this all the time with AB. We hear it with Sapporo, obviously with Anchor. We see these giant companies buying out these smaller brands.
Yeah.
And that's what I thought. I was like, oh, big Chobani coming in buying Anchor. No,
Big Greek yogurt is coming in.
big Greek yogurt's coming in to get it. No, it's just Mr. Hamdi Ulukaya is coming in to say, you know what? I like this beer. Let's keep it going. He also, I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, privately held. I mean, Chobani's an interesting story. He bought a defunct yogurt plant in New Berlin, New York in like
Sure.
2005. And it was just like,
Yeah.
I'm going to make yogurt.
I'm going to make yogurt. This is what I'm going to do. I mean, you gotta love a guy that's just like rests on his laurels like that.
Yeah. I make yogurt for the American working man because that's who I am and that's who I care about.
Yeah, I mean,
And I don't like, I mean, you've had Greek yogurt. Honestly, I
I have
think
not, Dan. Well,
you've never had Greek yogurt before? I mean,
no,
everyone
I'm
I
wrong.
feel like
I'm
is,
wrong.
yeah. I was gonna
It's
say
been
everyone's had it, but
in recipes that I've made. Like it's been in things like I've had it in like a tzatziki recipe. Like I've never just bought Greek yogurt. I don't do
you're not
yogurt.
yogurt. You're not
No,
okay. Okay, you're not a
no,
yogurt guy.
no. I don't
I'm
do anything that doesn't really have a crunch to it.
yeah, like well, I add the crunch. Yeah, a little granola to it.
No, still, I
Still
don't
don't
like
like it?
that. I
Okay.
don't like that tang to it.
Oh,
I don't like the yogurt tang. The
I like
bacteria.
that's what I like about Chobani is it has like a better tang than like the other Greek
Mhm,
yogurts just taste fake. Like Chobani always like had like a tang to it. And the
mhm.
fruit at the bottom always worked well with it. I don't know. I was a Chobani fan when they first came out.
Yeah. Was never what's the bacteria in it?
It's like a pre
Lactobacillus or something like that?
Oh, wait, you mean the same thing that makes saisons?
Yeah. Yeah,
Or
not
no,
a
not saisons,
sours. Like, but
Brettanomyces.
yeah. Yeah, not a huge fan of those.
Okay,
Um,
fair enough, but I was gonna say, if you've had, like, other Greek yogurts compared to, like, Chobani, I mean, I don't know if I've had anything that, tastes the same as Chobani. I feel like they're very unique, and, like, hearing this guy's story, I'm like, there's a reason. I mean, these guys they've never sold out to a big company, like, corporation. They've been privately held, like
mhm.
Chobani sounds like something I'm gonna see on, like, season 7 of Billions where he's gonna like, "Oh, we're gonna take Chobani public."
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Um, yeah, I mean, it just yes, he seems like this guy seems like a very good person,
He just
at the
seems
end
like a
of the day.
fanatic. He's just like
Yeah.
he seems like a guy who's just like, "Ah, I like this. I'm gonna buy it."
Yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah, you love to hear about that kind of stuff. We'll see. I mean, at the end of the day, we'll see what happens with Anchor. Like,
Yeah, I mean, we have yet to taste what he's gonna do when he brings it back, like
I think I still have an Anchor
Celebration Ale, don't you? Is it
Christmas
Christmas
ale.
tree? Yeah, the
Yeah.
Christmas one, yeah,
Yeah, I
sorry.
think I still have a Christmas ale sitting in my fridge.
I think I was thinking of Sierra Nevada, but yeah,
Yeah.
you have a Christmas ale
Yeah.
still.
I think I might put it on eBay before they really start producing more stuff.
Tom, we
Might put
should
it
follow this beer's journey on eBay for you. Every episode, check in on the auction, see where it's
yeah.
at.
Let's see. Is there was it Anchor
Put it on eBay. Yeah, I was like, go to eBay,
Christmas
see what we can do.
Christmas Ale 2023. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's doing like crazy. Let me see. For sale. For sale. Let's see. This guy's asking $50 on Craigslist.
That's not bad
Um, this is at $24.
for a bottle. I mean, that's a 12-ounce
Yeah,
bottle, Tom. That's not bad.
no. Let me see if I still have this. Dan Vamp.
Okay, so while he is looking at that, I am just going to pull up some more about our co-founder here. See what else this man has bought.
I may have drank it. I don't know.
No. Oh,
I don't
man.
remember drinking it. It might have been one. You know what, Dan? You know what? That might have been
What?
a Thanksgiving beer. I don't know.
Oh,
I did
yeah.
restructure the beer fridge, so it might be back behind the KBS. It might be back there somewhere.
Okay. Hey, let's we'll check that.
Yeah.
I'm looking up Hamdi right now to see if he owns anything else of note. Let's see. Business ventures. Here we go.
Who else is dipping their yogurty toes into the craft beer?
Well, remember Monster bought Oscar Blues, right?
That's true. Yeah. Well, they have. I think they have a whole portfolio of beer.
Yeah. Like, so the Oscar Blues like brand or like their portfolio is owned by Monster now.
Which we still owe our audience a Gonster.
I still I haven't drank it yet, man. I've got it. I've got my draft. I got my Guinness draught or draft draught. You know how they spell it over there.
Yeah.
But I have that sitting in the fridge waiting. So
I mean, I'm ready to go when you are. You give me the the righty symbol.
Yeah, maybe
Call
we
me from the
should.
bullpen.
Yeah, I'll go to the phone.
Mhm.
I don't know. Maybe we do it next episode for maybe an extra innings. Something we
A
do.
little Gonster.
Maybe we make it the first Patreon.
Maybe. You know, the Patreon, it's such a hard thing to commit to.
I
We
know.
can barely commit to an hour on a Tuesday night.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I mean, if it's an hour after the stream and after the podcast, we just by ourselves do a Gonster.
We can't just do a Patreon for one episode.
But hey, it could be the start of something.
Could be the start.
I mean, if anything's gonna start a Patreon, it's gonna be a Gonster.
It's going to be a Gonster, Dan.
It's gonna be me.
Did you hear about the did you see the numbers that came out about the beer production and all that, those numbers that came out?
So yeah, with beer production being down,
so beer production was up,
but breweries are down.
Beer consumption and production is up. Breweries are down, which who would have called that? I mean, it's not like we're in a bubble or anything.
Well, I mean, I feel like, and I read that article, and that was the PA centric kind of consensus about Pennsylvania, right? Because from what I saw on the GABF article I read, is that craft beer sales or just craft beer production is just down 1% last year.
Yes.
So like overall craft beer production is down.
Yeah.
Now in our little bubble here, it's up. I mean, breweries are expanding, and the ones that are making more beer. Yeah. But the weak are. I wouldn't call it the weak though, but like it's the ones that decide like, hey, let's open a brewery.
Yes. So the problem with what feeble-minded craft beer journalists think about when they stand on their laurels and say, I'll die on this hill that we're not in a craft beer bubble. They don't understand. Like, oh, craft beer breweries are expanding. Craft beer production is up. Yes. People are still drinking craft beer.
Of course.
And a lot of it. But they have dug their toes in the sand and said, we're drinking here.
Yeah, we're drinking at A, B, and C. We don't give a damn about D.
Right. And a bubble is that, there was a time when everyone was saying, I'm just going to open up. Every home brewer was like, I'm going to open up a brewery and people are going to drink here. And for a minute, that was true. People were seeing success. And then when the bubble bursts and people stop going to those like little niche places or the places that aren't doing good or exceptional beer, they die out. And that's the bubble bursting is
with so many options. It's what happens. Like people say, like, I mean, we've had some new breweries open up in our area, and I haven't heard from any of the new breweries quote, it's great beer.
Right.
Like
No.
They're just like, it's solid, but I like drinking here more.
Right.
Like, I get like, hey, I stop in. It's a cool atmosphere. I have 1 or 2 beers, but I like coming to A and B more
Right. And
consistently, and that's where the money's going.
And going back to someone we were talking about earlier, Stickman. We loved Stickman for a while, and then we started drinking good craft beer, and we were realizing that they're just not, their quality was not great. They had some good beers, but
Yeah, I mean, they were one of the first, like, hyper local to us to use, like, single and double decoction on their
yeah,
lagers. Like, I mean, they were making some crispy boys over there.
yes,
And,
but
I mean, they were still on the forefront of, like, hazies initially, like, they started bringing those about, but, reluctantly, but they did it.
but at the end of the day, when you were, if you wanted a craft beer, was Stickman the first place you were going to?
No, after about a year or 2,
Yeah,
like, you could
fell
see,
off.
like, the care in, like, their production was just like, "Let's get it out on the shelves."
It was quantity over
Quantity.
quality.
Yes, exactly.
Um, and I think, and you go to places that are just like, all right, this is home brewed beer. It's not like you didn't like up your game. You didn't hire a an actual like head brewer.
You didn't bring anything game changing to the table.
Exactly. And I think the thing that people, journalists, don't realize is
I love the air quotes.
when when people are saying it's a bubble, it's we're people a bubble isn't that the craft beer industry is going away. The .com bubble happened. The internet didn't go away.
Yeah.
The housing bubble happened. Housing didn't go away. It's a bubble bursting is when you get too saturated,
Yeah.
it bursts, and then a lot of them get weeded out. And that's what's happening. That's
And
what we're
yeah,
experiencing.
the industry that when the bubble bursts is like it plateaus. It just becomes like it's there. It exists.
Mhm, mhm,
It's not like it's expanding at a reasonable
mhm.
rate. It's not like you said, it's not bubbling up anymore.
And you're seeing the ones that are expanding are good, well-run businesses.
Or we could say the ones that
It
are surviving.
Yeah, I mean, there's ones that are surviving, but the ones that are expanding, and it's the one that always gets harped on. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
another brewery expansion. It's like, yes, people are going to expand. It's not like that's like unheard of. Like just because we're in a bubble doesn't
Yeah.
mean people are going to not expand. Like there are well-performing businesses. For example, Source is opening up a brewery, a third location in Manayunk.
Oh, are they taking the old Manayunk Brewing Company or?
I believe so. So they're opening a
Wow.
third location. Source makes very good beer.
Yes, they do.
They are they make very savvy business moves, and they're able to expand because they are a well-run business with a good product.
Yes.
But that is not indication that like, hey, Source has a third location, no bubble. Like it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't
That
correlate like that.
no, it should just be congratulations, like you are a well-run business. And there are businesses that succeed without expanding. You look at Warwick, their expansion was on their own property,
Yeah.
and they're concentrating on one thing rather than expand. That's their business decision, is to concentrate on that rather than go out, get too big.
Yeah, they're making what they have now better. I mean, he always talked about the different things he wanted to do with the
Mhm.
property, and he's making a lot of what he talked to us about a reality.
Yeah.
And he's doing it all in one place.
Yeah.
And there are plenty of breweries that do that. They have the ability, they have that cornerstone, or they have that single location where they have the possibilities being endless. Broken Goblet
Mhm.
being one of them.
Yeah.
Never had to get a second location. You know what they had? They had a pizza place next door closed down, and they just hopped over there.
Yeah. Yeah, and you also see on the other end people expand too quickly because they see other breweries expanding and they see that as like a form of success,
Yeah.
and blows them out of the water and they end up closing.
Yeah.
You have breweries that don't need to expand, trying to expand. Stickman didn't need 4 locations.
In Philly.
Right.
Or I
Yeah.
mean 3 of them in Philly.
Yeah. Um, apparently Necromancer didn't need a second or third location.
Yeah,
You know,
maybe they just needed a bigger system.
again, not great business moves, but
Yeah.
it's what it is. It's hard to deny the fact that we're in a bubble, a craft beer bubble, and the bubble. There could be an argument that the bubbles burst and
Yeah, and
we're, we've stabilized.
agreed. I feel like we have kind of plateaued in the
Mhm,
industry, and I mean, it's definitely showing in a lot of the areas like the GABF.
mhm,
Like, they're say I mean, they have widely looked at the nation as a whole.
mhm.
Craft beer production's down. I mean, and we talked about it before the podcast. I mean, well, we talked about one aspect.
What
Yeah,
a
we talked
segue!
about
What a segue, Dan.
the ready to drink, the RTDs.
Mhm,
But they also cut the GABF from 4 sessions to only 3 this year.
okay,
So they're cutting out like a lot of the you know, cutting out a lot of the sessions that they had previously
they're cutting
because
the fat.
they're cutting the fat. Yeah. The bubble has burst not only in Pennsylvania, it's burst into the GABF.
Yeah,
Last year, they're starting to they introduced seltzers last year.
mhm,
They're doing the malt beverages. This year it's canned cocktails. They're doing RTDs now.
mm,
So, breweries are bringing to the table other aspects because craft beer itself, production's down because sales are down. There's another generation that wants these ready to drink cocktails. We see it all the time, and like we talk
yeah,
about it all the time.
mhm.
Last summer we talked about Surfsides like they were God's gift to dads at the beach.
Dude, I'm ready to buy my surf sides for GABF Gold T-shirt.
Oh man, I want
I'm gonna
that.
I'll pump that hard.
Yeah, I want to see Stateside go to the GABF with their Surfsides.
So I'll tell you what, I had a golf event last
Yeah.
Saturday. It was a bad day to be a Surfside.
Surfside, I mean, 4% alcohol, 2
They
grams of sugar.
they
I
go
mean, that
down
is
too Dan, I'll tell you what, they went down too easy. Went down. There was a lot more than a couple, Dan, that went down. And you know what? Nary a hangover on Sunday.
yeah, it's the low there's not a lot of residual sugars in it. It's like it's 2
Yeah.
grams of 2 grams of sugar in a sweet tea with that vodka in there.
And boy, do they go down.
Yeah, I gotta say, we love our craft beer, don't get us wrong, but we see the trends, we talk
Mhm.
about the trends, and RTDs, I mean, I am here for it.
You give me a Surfside lemonade, the Surfside lemonade.
Say
Ooh.
less, say less. Have you heard of this? They have Surfside green teas now. Have you had
Yes, I
those yet?
saw the no, I looked at them. So I
They're
went out.
selling out so fast.
There was a good like pallet of them at the liquor store.
Ooh.
It
So people
was
were telling me they were selling out Memorial Day weekend.
yeah,
They
so
were
it was
just gone.
it was green tea and raspberry tea are the 2 new
Yeah, I
flavors.
heard the raspberry tea is the new one yet. I,
Um,
I'm ready to try them. I'm
I'm ready to
ready to
be
stock
all
up.
I'm ready to be all hopped up on Surfside green tea.
I want like a Surfside bandolier. Is that what they are? Like the
Yeah,
bullet? Is
the
that what?
bandolier.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a bandolier. I want a Surfside bandolier.
that's solid.
Yeah.
They go down way too easy. It's dangerous, Dan.
Dude, you're preaching to the choir,
You'll
brother.
go from 0 to blackout in Paul Walker
Yeah,
record
you know
times
what? I guess there is a corner that you turn when that happens, but I haven't
because they're also like thirst quenching. It's like you don't feel
exactly.
like you're drinking booze. You're like sitting out on the beach. You're like, man, I'm out in the hot sun. Could use it, could use a nice refreshing beverage. And those slim cans just,
Yeah, it's 12 ounces, man. It just
yeah,
goes right down.
suck those things down like Virginia Slims, man.
Dude, I've watched people take 3 minutes to drink one and at the bar, and
Yeah.
they push it up to the edge for another one, and I'm just like, there we go.
There was a couple times I was drinking one before the hole was even over. And
Whew.
I was like, Tom, let's pump the brakes a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's space these bad boys out.
Yeah, you gotta leave those in the cart and take your water.
Yeah. 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 I mean, it's very dangerous, but I'll be interested to see like what the participation's like on the RTDs and the at
In the
GABF.
I
I can't
it's
wait to
crazy.
buy a GABF Gold 4-pack of Surfside next year.
Yeah, I want to see what the percentage of like breweries that are going to do it this year, because it's like the numbers that they're talking about are crazy. Like
Yeah.
they're saying that there's a significant percentage that are going RTD, and like in our little bubble, you don't see that many ready to drink cocktails at breweries. So like, is this something happening in other regions where like, is Pennsylvania not catching up to this? Like brewery wise, like I remember not Crack Castle, Tattered Flag had the RTDs.
Yeah.
And they were pretty early on the old RTDs too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. You don't really see, excuse me, too many of those.
Yeah.
And I haven't really even heard talks of or like a demand for craft brewery RTDs.
Yeah, I feel like they use their license to get Pennsylvania cocktails from distilleries.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm interested to see the participation at the GABF.
Can't wait for
I want to see if this is going to turn the tide for some of our local companies to look into distilling and look into making RTDs.
And is it like is it something where like where breweries team up with like local distilleries to
Yes.
offer like a Rebel Hill Bluebird collab for
Yeah,
a Rebel Hill?
collaboration RTDs. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Just
Like almost
trademark. I'm trademarking this idea. Greg, if that happens, I will sue the pants off of you. So just be aware of that. I will be very litigious.
No, but that's a good point. It's kind of like contract brewing.
Yeah.
So like our brewery is going to approach distilleries like Manatawny or like Bluebird locally for us and say like, hey,
oh, Cy Fox and
help us out here.
Manatawny. So that collab, trademark. Cy Fox, I'll sue your ass.
Tom's taking them all.
I'm trademarking everything. It's all down where this will be post dated. I'm trying to think of anybody else.
No, those are good ones, Tom.
Yeah.
I hope that trademark helps you out.
You warn Greg. I will see him in court. I'll own one of those locations by the end of the week.
Please let it be the tap room.
I'll run that place into the goddamn ground.
Aw. Tom, I got nowhere else to go. I'm not going. I can't go to a main street brewery with that kind of traffic. I need to be in a tap room somewhere.
I'm knocking down the wall between this and this fish drug front.
Oh, it's gone, man. There's an empty building there.
I know. I'm taking over that one. Not only am I taking over the tap room, I'm getting money. I'm taking the money that I win in my settlement. I'm knocking down the wall. I'm getting Doug a little more foot space. We're going to get a little bit. Doug's going to be on my side. I'm going to get him a little bit more brewing space.
Oh man. Tom's coming for Rebel Hill now.
Yeah, it's going to be Rebel Tom. That's what we're calling it for. So we're going to be calling it now. It's going to be
Rebel
all
Tom.
Tom beers. Yeah.
The Tom Lager, the Tom Pale Ale.
Oh yeah. Mr. Bates? I don't think so. Mr. K.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
I like what we're doing here.
Calmer than Tom.
Ooh, calmer than K.
Yeah, there you go. I like that. All right, Dan. Let's wrap this thing up. We got an hour in.
We got a solid hour of good beer talk and some good dad discussion, man. We went heavy in the paint.
Yeah.
Heavy in the grass, if you will.
Ooh, I like that. I like the way that sounds.
We went yard.
Yeah. But yeah, let's wrap this thing up. Guys, thank you all for sticking with us. We hope you enjoyed the episode. We will catch you next week, maybe with a Gonster. We don't know. We got things to discuss.
I'm ready to Gonster.
But either way, this has been Best Friends Podcast, episode 216.
We up.
See you.
Oh man, Strom just closed it out. Top of the ninth. It's 1-1.
Wait, 1-1. I mean, then he didn't close it out. He just
no. I mean, he stopped any runs. There was a runner on third. There was a runner on first.
Are they in the extras?
No, they're going to the bottom now. So could be a walk-off here. Could be a walk-off.
What a turnaround for Matt Strom.
He is having a great season.
Yeah.
And he's very Alvarado-esque in his little celebrations. Like, I love the energy. I'm for it. I like it.
I mean, last year, Matt Strom, whenever he came in, I had that the JT Real Muto meme reaction. Just
it was giving me the Danny Baez vibes. Remember Danny Baez?
Mm-hmm.
Like, son of a bitch.
Yeah. Surprisingly,
and the Phillies are bringing in Danny Baez. Fuck.
Yeah. Surprisingly, that's Gregory Soto this year. Or Sir Anthony.
Well, I was gonna say Sir Anthony's more the Danny Baez, I think, in my opinion. Well, no, actually, Greg Soto. I would say Soto is, because Soto's a little more out of control.
Yeah,
like he's all over the place, like Baez was, because Baez was just throwing every which direction.
Yeah. We were talking about something at the end of the episode there. We're dad discussions. I want to look into how to. There's got to be a way to make AI stingers, like the dad discussion stinger.
Like, oh, you mean like the intro?
Yeah, there's got to be one like where we can plug into AI, like, hey, make us a 10-second stinger of a segment called Dad Discussions, and it's in the style of like hard rock, like garage rock.
Yeah, in the style of like later Nickelback when they got heavier.
I would say Godsmacky.
Ooh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. That's garage rock right there.
We have this.
Dad Discussion. Yeah.
And just an AI version of that.
Would be that would be great.
Let me see. Produce AI music. Let's see. Create AI music. But I want one that's free. I don't want to pay. I feel like everyone's like free AI music generator, and then you go on there and it's like pay $15.99. It's free.
Yeah, I don't want to pay a robot.
Beat Oven.
Ooh.
It's background music.
All right, Rojas is on base.
Rojas, we got a little Schwarb. We got a little. What do we mean?
I mean, if he walks off on this, be nice, but Rojas is on base.
What do we got? What was it? Schwerberfest. Schwerberfest started.
Oh, it's June. It is. You're right.
Schwerberfest started. He historically fantastic in the month of June, but who knows?
He's got so many goddamn singles.
We'll see. I guess we'll have to see that. What is going on with this? Decline all cookies. I don't want your cookies.
I don't like your cookies.
I don't want your cookies. I'm gonna have to mute this as soon as it pops up. All right. All right.
What was that?
That was I just turned on the Phillies game.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I got that wrong.
This there and this here. Create your own AI songs. Try for free. I need make unlimited. Create your own songs in just a few clicks. Royalty free music for projects. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I just want to be able to, like, like you've used Chat GPT, right?
Yeah, you just plug in a couple things. Have you tried that Meta AI on Instagram yet?
Accidentally.
So have I, and the accidentallys have been just
It's horrible.
absurd.
Yeah. Let's see. What do we got here? Oh no, another Braves injury.
Who is
Oh,
it? Who is it now?
oh, I don't know, but they have a baseball sized lump on their elbow.
Ugh.
I'm gonna send it to you, Dan. Oh, Murphy.
Oh, it's Murphy.
Yeah. I'm sending you the I'm sending it to you right now.
Wait, is that Daniel Murphy?
Yeah, it looks rough.
He used to play for another team back in the day.
The Mets.
The Mets, that's who it was.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it was a National League team. So Murphy. Wait, so we got Murphy's out.
Acuna,
Acuna,
Strider.
Strider. So we need Greg Olson to just fall off a cliff.
Greg Olson, yeah, Matt Olson.
Or Matt Olson, that's his name.
Greg Olson, the tight end from the Carolina Panthers.
That's it. Yeah, that's who I was thinking. We need Matt. Well, yeah, we need Matt Olson to
Oh, they're gonna review this one, Dan. That was close.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
That was close. Let's see.
That was close.
No, he's in safe. He missed them.
Yes. Yes.
All
in
right.
there like swimwear. And he's yeah, he got back there. He got back.
Yep.
All right, good.
Yeah. Single wins the game. We got Stotty. JT at batting 2-hole.
Yeah, he's been batting 2-hole for a little while now.
Stott was 2-hole last night.
Oh, he was 2-hole last. I mean, Bramuto's been 2-hole. That's strange.
I'm fine with that. Stott is surprisingly not great stats this year.
Yeah, he's not doing well. But again, like also Ramuto's being yeah, he's got his hills and valleys too.
Nope.
What's up?
Huh? Oh no, just a ball in the dirt.
Okay. Let's end stream. So while we're watching this, let's talk. I've got to tell you this story about Chris.
Oh yeah. All right, everybody. Thanks for sticking around. We will see you next week. Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.